Yeet. Keep. Hello everyone, and thanks for joining me for another modern quick match. Now nothing fancy here, just what the title says, and November is going to be packed with Death Shadow matches to hold you over until the next deep dive analysis comes out. Then it'll be a month for another deck. I'll start off with a quick deck tech, which is the same one from the last modern matchup analysis video. So if you've already seen it, or you just want to get right to the gameplay, I have included a timestamp in the description below. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, as it's a free way to support the channel. Based on metagame data, this is what the typical Death Shadow build looks like in today's world. When seeing these cards, it's important to remember that the deck does not want the game to go long, and it wants to do everything as efficiently as possible in the first few turns. Low CMCs, hyper efficiency is the name of the game here. Let's start with the namesake card Death Shadow. This deck is all about using your life total as a resource in exchange for being able to play the most power per mana spent in the format. And Shadow is the epitome of this. 1 mana for a creature that starts small and grows as the game goes on. It's not uncommon for this to be a 1 mana 10/10 after a few turns. Usually we go over the mana base last, but this deck utilizes fetch lands and shocks more aggressively than any other deck in the format, and it's a large part of the strategy. The idea is to use whatever resource possible, including lands, to get our life total under 13 to land a Shadow. We're looking at 10 fetches and 5 shocks, with a couple of basics as a necessity against Pass and Field of Ruins. In many ways, this deck mirrors traditional Jund strategies. That is, a turn 1 discard spell to make the opponent stumble, followed by a turn 2 or 3 landed threat that grows with the game and will just be bigger than theirs, and then use hyper efficient answers the rest of the way. That turn 1 discard spell of choice here is Thoughtseize, as it helps grow the Shadow and is the best discard spell in the format. Add in a couple of Inquisitions, and hitting a turn 1 discard spell is fairly consistent. Street Wraiths, Mishra Baubles, and Thought Scours provide us with more consistency through cantripping, with the Wraith doing double duty at helping out our Shadow grow. Thought Scour also has an important function in filling our graveyard because the only other real threat in the deck outside of Death Shadow is Gurmag Angler. Big Zombie Fish is a remarkable case study in just how powerful the delve mechanic is. Note to Wizards, if you print an otherwise vanilla 5/5 at common and it sees play in one of the most powerful formats in all of Magic, it's probably a sign that the mechanic on it is way too strong. This big guy does a great Shadow impression, often only costing a single black mana by himself. The truth of Modern is that a 5/5 is often just bigger than anything else the format is doing, which is why Tasigur, the Golden Fang, who used to be included in the deck, doesn't even see play anymore at 1 less power and even 1 less card to delve. So, once our threat is landed, the game plan is to interact a lot. Stubborn Denial becomes one of the best counters in the format with a threat down. Hitting creatures isn't often relevant because our landed threat is usually bigger and badder than whatever they're doing in the first 4 turns of the game. There are exceptions of course, but this becomes one of the best cards in the deck when turned on. Fatal Push, Dismembers, and a Bolt are the best at what they do for a single mana. Dismember also helps our Shadow game plan, and with Snapcasters in the mix, the fact that this deck doesn't want to go much above 3 mana in play, 1 mana removal is where we want to be. Cullen's Command is a great catch-all against problematic cards like Ensnaring Bridge and otherwise obscene artifacts in the format, and can also get our threats back in our hand, which is important because we essentially only run 8 real threats. We round out the main board with the big finisher, Temur Battle Rage. I'd argue that this is the card most opponents of Shadow decks are most afraid of. It always has to be accounted for because it is often just a one-shot that will end the game on the spot, doubling damage and trampling over any small early game blockers. So, to the sideboard, Rejections fit in nicely, as we like 1 mana answers, and this hits a variety of problems in the format like Tron, Eldrazi, Ensnaring Bridges, etc. Our Braids provide more artifact answers as well as small creature removal. Spell Snare is just great in this meta, as pretty much every deck has some amount of important 2-drops. Alpine Moon, costing 1 mana, is a big deal, and it hits against Tron and Valakut decks, with also some fringe other uses. An extra K command is great against artifact decks. Lily the Last Hope is fantastic at mowing down go-wide strategies, as chump blocking decks are actually fairly effective against us. Collective Brutality is just a burn all-star, and it's especially necessary since that matchup is one of the trickiest tightropes to walk in all of Modern. Disdainful Stroke is needed against big mana decks that are trying to do bigger and meaner things than us. Plague Engineer is one of my favorite cards from Modern Horizons, and I love that decks like this are utilizing it so much. It's a house against tribal strategies, and it's huge game against Thopter Foundry decks as well. Again, token decks can be very problematic for this deck. Finish it off with Seasoned Pyromancer. It's been getting some love as it gives us some extra game against control decks in particular. Alright, hello everyone. We are here playing some Grixis Death Shadow, drawing hands with no lands, easy snap mulligans. Hand is not much better. Opponent mulligans to 5 though, which means double Thoughtseize could be very effective. So I think we're going to keep this and put the Battle Rage to the bottom. Opponent mulligans to 4, which is horrifying because Tron decks mull to 5 and 4 consistently in today's world and do just fine. So I'm guessing this is Tron. I lied. Forgotten Cave. No clue what's happening. Maybe like a living end? No, that wouldn't make sense. I don't know. Let's find out. Together. So before I cycle the Shrew Wraith, just to see what's happening, we're going to play the Bauble. Get a Watery Grave. Thoughtseize our opponent. Okay, so it's just Dredge. I shouldn't say just Dredge. Dredge is very good. Okay, so I think we take Merchant because it can get the Stinkweed Imp in the yard by itself. Shrinkhorn, there's a chance that it misses. So we'll take the Merchant. And we'll see what they're drawing. Copperline Gorge. Okay. Shriekhorn down. Okay, we need some whiffs. And we need a threat. That's what we need. Angler is a threat. We didn't hit a land, unfortunately. Cycle a Shrew Wraith. Cast a Bauble. So we don't want to Thoughtseize now because Stinkweed Imp is very good in the yard. So I think we'll just Thought Scour ourselves. See if we can hit a land here. We do not. So we'll pass the turn. They did get a Dredger. Okay, this is trouble now. See what they're drawing. Prized Amalgam. That's good in the hand. Okay. So dredges a bunch of stuff. No land, though, to get Bloodghast or Prized Amalgam. That's very good. Okay, come on, land. We do hit a land. Now, the question is, how aggressive do we want to be here? I think we do cycle the Street Wraith. Okay, push is fine. We will get a Delta. Crack it. We won't crack it yet, actually. So we will see what we have to react to. Zombie Fish down. This will block forever against Dredge, which is nice. More cards in the yard. Just some lands. Okay. Shriekhorn's almost done. We'll get one more good hit off of it. Dredges, lots of stuff. But if they don't have a land, these Bloodghasts aren't coming back. And that's a big deal. And no black mana to cast Stinkweed Imps. So now I think what we do is have them discard the Stinkweed Imp. Ooh, Stubborn Isle is very good. Okay, well, let's start attacking. Okay, so Shriekhorn's done. Because what we don't really want is for this Stinkweed Imp to hit the battlefield. I guess not. Yeah, well, that wouldn't even really do much. So I think what we'll do now is we'll just keep up our Stubborn Denials. Creeping Chill, milled. Okay. Well, we will Stubborn Denial that. And another Stubborn is very good. We are going to want to hit a Dredge's Narcomoeba. Okay, that's a problem. Yep. So they're getting 3 amalgams off of this. Yep. We will continue to Stubborn Denial. Here they come. Okay, Death Shadow is really good, actually. So I think first we're going to Thought Scour ourselves. Get a Bloodstained Mire. Play our Shadow. And pass the turn. And now we're just looking for Temur Battle Rage. That is the winning card here. I think our only way to win also. Okay, finally loam back some lands. Bloodghast. Sure. We'll be able to kill one of the amalgams. And go to 1, I believe. And now, can they do anything? Cycles. And we will take the win. That was a good game. Okay, so against this menace, we are underdogs in this game for sure. There's really not much. We want Plague Engineers, K commands. Dismembers feel really bad. We'll take those out. Okay, maybe that's worth it to bring in a Spell Snare. And we'll go down a couple of Baubles. Try it like that. This hand would normally be fine as a Shadow hand. Not even really. We don't have enough to get our Shadow low enough. So all the discard spells in the world, especially after turn 1 Shriekhorn, I don't think are getting there. So we'll mulligan. This is just terrible. But I don't think going down to 5 does anything. Ugh, I guess we'll just keep it. Put a Bloodstained Mire to the bottom. Get a couple redraws and pray. Let's see how fast of us. Maybe they just get off to their crazy Death Shadows or Dredge start. And all right, Stomping Grounds in off the Wooded Foothills. Shriekhorn. Okay, they're gonna be doing dredgy stuff. All right, that is excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. So let's start by cycling a Street Wraith. Zombie Fish. Wow, that's as good as a double hit off the top of the deck can possibly be. That was amazing. Okay, we got a chance now. We have a real chance. Opponent, Forgotten Cave. Okay, we will go get a Watery Grave. Thought scour ourselves a bit. Angler to the Yard's not great. Do we risk Thought Seizing, or I think the better play here is just to get our Zombie Fish out. Or maybe we just do both. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we can do both. Let's see. All right, well, the only thing worth putting in there now is Narcomoeba. Everything else we want in hand. Okay, good to know. Now we will go get a Swamp and play our big old fish. We have another push in hand, so we'll keep the Angler and pass the turn. Narcomoeba. Okay. That was a very good hit off the Shriekhorn. Holy moly. All right. So now we have some options. Conflagrate to the Yard is not good. Oh, I thought Conflagrate was red X. Maybe I was thinking of the flashback card cost. Okay. That's fair. Dredges back some lands. Or loams back some lambs, I should say. Oh, they're just going off to the... All right. Well, we're okay with that. I mean, it's not great, obviously, but we can name Illusion now. And then next turn we'll be able to Angler again. They do have a Bloodghast, so maybe it's better to just name Bloodghast. Or Vampire, I guess it is. Vampire Spirit. Pass the turn. It's a Narcomoeba. Okay, probably not winning this one now. Yep. They get an Amalgam coming back. Looms back a bunch of lands. Yep. We will block the Amalgam. Yeah. It was just a tough game anyway. We were not going to win that one. I don't think we did anything wrong there. They just had a very good dredge start. Yeah, we will scoop it up. All right. Well, Spell Snare, get out of here. Maybe just a Brutality. I guess a Braid can hit a Prized Amalgam. Yeah, let's do Prized Amalgam. Or a Braid. And we'll go down a Thoughtseize. Yeah, we'll try that. Oh, deck. No, we'll keep it. We do need a threat. This is not great. So we will shock ourselves and Inquisition. We'll take the Merchant and hope to fade some. Okay, good news is that we get to take this Lightning Axe also next turn. Bloodstained Mire cracks it. Stomping Ground. Oh, that's a great hit. Oh, yuck. All right. Well, we were in good shape. So now we'll play the Bauble. Bloodstained Mire. We'll take a look at what we have going on, decide if we want it next turn. A Braid, we do not. So let's take this Lightning Axe. All right, we just need to pray for some misses off this Shriekhorn. Blood Crypt. Pass the turn. Okay, we got some misses. That is good. And a Shadow is where we want to be. Miss. Yes, more misses. Perfect. Okay, we have a chance. Bloodstained Mire. Conflagrates. Okay, just to get it in the yard. Passes the turn. Okay, so I don't think we want to be Inquisitioning anymore. So the play now is to play an Engineer naming what? I think because Narcomoeba's flying, they don't have any... Or maybe I just shock here and bait them with a Death Shadow? Does that seem right? No, I'd rather bait them with this Plague Engineer. And name Illusion for Narcomoebas. And pass the turn. Bloodstained Mire. Cracks it. Blood Crypt. Pass the turn. Shriekhorn. Creeping Chill. Okay, not ideal. And a... Okay, they dredge a bunch. There's Life from the Loam. So now I think what we want is just Stubborn Denial. Okay, Conflagrates the Engineer. No cards in hand. They will be dredging back a Life from the Loam. So yeah, I think we're just getting our shadow down. No need to pump them with the Steam Vents yet. Creeping Chill. Down to 4. Life from the Loam. Blood Crypt. Bloodghast down. Prized Amalgam, Prized Amalgam. Okay. So now we want Teamer Battle Rage. Okay, well we will get in our Snapcaster. Thought Scour gives us a chance. Battle Rage off the top? No, but that is interesting. So I think our plan here is Bloodghast can't block. If we get in for 9, we can block 2 of it. I think that's what we got to do. Inquisition them? Sure. Pass the turn. Oh, really? Oh, that was a really good game. Good games, Dredge. Good games. Yeah, this is a terrible matchup for Death Shadow. Yikes. All right, well, good game, Dredge. We'll see everybody next time. Thanks for joining me.